Lourdes is an urban commune with 13,509 inhabitants in 2021. A Catholic pilgrimage center since the apparitions of the Virgin Mary in 1858, it welcomes several million pilgrims and visitors from all over the world each year, 3.1 million in 2023, including approximately 370,000 sick and disabled people. In 1858, Bernadette Soubirous said that a white lady, who would soon define herself to her with the words, "Que soy era immaculada conceptio," I am the Immaculate Conception, which is considered to be a designation of the Virgin Mary identified with her own conception, appeared to her on several occasions in the small Grotto of Massabielle, on the edge of the Gave de Pau, to the west of the city. An ever-increasing fervor took hold of the inhabitants of the surrounding area, who came to meditate in front of the grotto, which, little by little, took on the appearance of a chapel, but only Bernadette said she saw the Virgin. More than 7,000 healings had been accumulated there. 69 were formally declared miraculous by the Church. The 69th miracle was recognized in 2013 by the Bishop of Pavia. The place where Bernadette Soubirous is said to have seen the Lord's apparitions is called the Grotto of Massabielle, which is the most famous place in the sanctuary. The Lord's water flows from a spring located inside the cave. From 2014 to 2018, the surroundings of the grotto were modified to facilitate the passing of pilgrims through the various facilities around the grotto. Lord's water flows from a spring at the same spot where it was discovered by Bernadette, in the Grotto of Massabielle. The original spring can be seen within the grotto, lit from below and protected by a glass screen. Pilgrims drink Lord's water due to its reputed healing power. The water is accessed from individual taps located between the grotto and the baths. The water from Lourdes was thoroughly analyzed by independent chemists in 1858 and 1859 and does not appear to have a latent power to cure and has no special scientific or medicinal properties. Despite this, the water is itself a strong symbol of devotion for Lourdes pilgrims, and many buy statues and rosary beads containing small vials of it and take home large plastic containers of it. Chapel of lights were built on the right bank for pilgrims to light candles. A new esplanade was built on the banks. Taps providing water from the spring were moved away from the grotto while new fountains for pilgrims were created, baths were renovated, and a new bridge was built. In addition to washing their face at the fountains, pilgrims can immerse in baths filled with Lourdes water. This is also meant to repeat a gesture made by Bernadette Soubirous during the apparitions as she washed herself with the water after she was told to do so by the lady. The original baths were built in 1862 and the current baths in 1955. They are located on the western side of the grotto, along the Massabielle rock. Pilgrims are helped by volunteers for a full immersion into the bath. Each year about 350,000 pilgrims bathe. It is not allowed to take pictures or videos. The Basilica of the Immaculate Conception, commonly known as the Upper Basilica, was consecrated in 1876. It is an impressive, elaborate building in Gothic style, designed by architect Hippolyte Durand, and on one side seems to emerge directly from the rock of Massabielle. The sanctuary is directly above the grotto. The exterior is dominated by a 70-meter spire and two lesser spires completed later in 1908. The basilica has a crypt, which was the first church to be completed in the sanctuary in 1866. Construction was started by Abbé Pyrenees and Bishop Lawrence. Bernadette's father worked on its construction and was present at its official opening on Pentecost Sunday, 1866.
Troisième mystère douloureux, le couronnement d'épines. Les soldats pressèrent une couronne et la posèrent sur la tête de Jésus. Et pour se moquer de lui, et s'agenouiller devant lui en disant: Salut, roi des Juifs.
Tercer misterio doloroso, la coronación de espinas. Los soldados trenzaron una corona de espinas y la pusieron sobre la cabeza.
Modern Lourdes contains many souvenir shops. Some visitors may dislike the commercialism of parts of Lourdes. Bernadette herself despised any and all commercialization related to the apparitions. Lourdes has been called the Disneyland of the Catholic Church. Critics argue that the Lourdes phenomenon is nothing more than a significant money spinner for the town and the region, which therefore has a strong vested interest in keeping the pilgrims coming. The church, however, distances itself from commercialization. The many trinket stalls are privately owned, and hawkers are strictly forbidden inside the sanctuary.